This video is sponsored by Genspark.
Watch the entire video because I feel like it's the only way you guys are gonna get the entire genuine experience of what it's like to own a Pixel, from going through some challenges to maybe the phone getting better and expecting the worst but something better happens and things like that, right? I feel like you guys are genuinely going to experience the phone through my lens, and hopefully I did a really good job at really showcasing my experience as much as possible with the phone as the days go by. This is why I make these type of videos, right? So yeah, if you guys enjoy it, like and subscribe, and I guess enjoy the show. Hey, are you almost here?
Yeah. Well, no. Well, I'm like almost at the light.
Okay. How do you know it's the phone?
GPS dropped it off.
Does it say Google? I feel like I change phones more often than my underwears. Like I've been using the Z Fold for almost like 3 weeks now, and now I'm going to change to a Pixel. This is it?
Yeah.
Okay, this is good. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Imagine like this is not it. Yeah, this is it.
Friday, August 22nd is when I got the new and latest Pixel. I got the Pixel Buds Pro 2 as well, their latest ring accessory to test out Pixel Snap, the phone itself of course, and a case. I got a case with it. The unboxing experience though is honestly nothing new, the same thing as last year, which I already enjoyed. It's simple, it's nice, and nothing worth changing really. I did get the jade color, which I'm not a fan of, but I've realized across the days that people like it. It's like this minty color. The rest of the unboxing is also simple, like it comes with a USB-C cable and some manuals with a SIM card ejector, pretty much. That's it. So that's the phone really. It's nice and simple. I did spend the rest of my time just unboxing the accessories. I really like the case and the way the felt inside of it feels. It's nice. I just wonder if it really traps heat. I don't know. In reality though, it makes the phone look really good.
So I'm gonna do the whole thing, okay? The whole thing. I'm gonna give up myself to the ecosystem. I'm even gonna use the buds when I go to the gym, which I haven't been going to the gym recently, but I'm gonna try to go next week because I really need to. These are the Pixel Buds Pro 2 though, not the latest ones that they just released, but I'm excited to see how they behave with the new updates that they said they were gonna release. And I'm not sure if this color already existed, but they are blue, which is very, very nice. This is very nice actually, so I'm going to be using these for the next week, and if I like them that much, then I'll just replace my Pro Beats or Beats Pro. I might just get roasted for that. The one thing I've been wanting to check since the announced Pixel Snap is MagSafe compatibility. These are from Moft. They are MagSafe compatible. So let's take a look. Oh yeah, okay. If you shake enough though, I don't think it's the strongest magnet. Not the best magnet. I definitely think it needs a bit more juice. Needs more strength. Anyways, look, this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna set up this thing, use Material 3 Expressive because I've been meaning to use that, and then I gotta transfer everything I have in my Z Fold, which is going to be a pain, but it must be done for the video.
You guys remember when Google said that transferring data was seamless?
First is to make sure your information moves with you seamlessly.
Yep, well, they were right. Honestly, all your information does in fact easily move right over. Within a few steps and some patience, because depending on what you're trying to transfer, it can take some time. You can literally transfer call logs, messages, photos, apps, accounts, everything in one single shot. From my Z Fold to the new Pixel, it was all extremely seamless. They even allow you to connect the cable midway through a Wi-Fi transfer just so you can go ahead and speed up the process. It is incredibly well done, bravo.
The most important thing for me was to make sure that all my texts were going to be transferred, and indeed they are transferred. Every time I switch phones, I usually use this SMS app that allows you to transfer texts in between devices. So every time I switch into another Android, that's what I use. Now when the iPhone comes out, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh wow, okay, this is different. So this is what they call Material 3 Expressive. This is different. I like this. Today is Friday. I'm going into the weekend with this. I'm excited to see. We have a car meet tomorrow. Hopefully I can make it and I can take some pictures of my baby.
Shawty saw my wallet, now she think a new answer. Whoa, telling me she wanted me to hammer. Tryna get saved, baby, I am not the answer. No, I could never trick on the pro unless the just my with a kiss on my lips like.
How are you, mister?
I got a cold, sorry.
Oh,
I would hug you. Congrats, bro. It looks
Thank
sick.
you so much.
It looks insane.
Thank you.
But you didn't really push the out of it. I could tell. It wants to freak.
We're going to Venice on Quebec today. Everybody knows. The restaurant is called Le Shack de la Marina.
And in the city, and my bank account bigger, and my body count bigger. That's without a doubt. I'm 100 steps ahead. That's a lot of mouth. Now that's a lot of clout. What you all about? What your dollar amount? Are you a boy scout? I'm a big dog. Tell the truth, I don't get y'all. This shit kinda corny. Motherfucker, turn this shit off, bro. I can't rap how everybody else rap, bro. Everybody talking about cars, clothes, chains, and money. That shit corny as fuck. I don't wanna rap about that corny. Motherfucker, I've been mortified, feeling like a Mordecai. I ain't regular, feel like Jordan wearing 45. Traumatized, victimized, seen some of my die. Knock you off a bank with a bat.
Hello? I'm here already. Are you ready? Oh, okay, so I'll go to P2 then. So between GPS and then a tiny bit of Instagram and then some texting, some music, filming, because I was filming a bit. It's 11 a.m. and the phone's at 62%. I'm just keeping track.
That day, I had to go downtown and get a few things done. As you might know, well, I am getting married, so I had to go pick up our wedding bands. I'm not used to wearing rings, so this is definitely going to be a first for me, but hey, I chose like the thinnest and most comfortable thing I could get. I'm getting married in about a month, so yeah, I sort of needed these. I also grabbed some food, and I must say, if you ever come to Montreal, I suggest you go eat at Tommy's Cafe. They have like this whole breakfast avocado French toast thing going on, and holy crap, I've never had a breakfast that good. From downtown, I went to go shop for some flowers, and we also went to go shop for a few furniture pieces that we want to start putting in the house. Believe it or not, by that point, okay, which was about 2:55 p.m., 3 p.m., my phone was literally about to die, and it didn't take too long before it went into battery saver mode. I practically took a few more pictures from there, and that was about it, really. I really wanted to leave and get home because I needed my GPS to get back to the condo. But I must say, I wasn't too impressed.
My phone just died, so I mean that's that. It's like 5:24. I took a shower, and when I was going in the shower, well, it died. I've been up since 8:30. I mean, I did go chill with the boys, and then I came to pick up my girl. We went to get the rings, we ate, and then we also just went to shop for some furniture. And I did quite a lot. I mean, my phone was plugged to the car via Android Auto, like the whole time. I don't know. I'm not gonna see too much yet because I feel like I still have to live with it, like for the next few days and really examine battery life. But right now, first impressions, not too impressed really. I feel like maybe the XL will deliver that extra like 2-3 hours, maybe, I don't know. Anyways.
Sunday, I went to the studio. Every Sunday without fault, for the most part, I am here at the studio. I did ask the other day what you guys wanted to see regarding Pixel, and for the most part, it has to do with battery life and performance. Like, those were the comments I kept getting the most. I think the first thing I did that morning was test the power of Tensor. Now, I spent quite a bit of time trying to figure out why I couldn't download Geekbench off the Play Store. Apparently, Google disabled the app on the Play Store before launch to prevent leaks from surfacing ahead of embargo day. The cool thing though about Android is that where there is a will, there is a way. So I installed an APK I was able to find online. The only thing I find odd is that, well, the results I got, they were not the best. I mean, compared to last year, I don't see the upgrade within my unit. I also ran their GPU benchmark with Vulkan. I also did not get the best results, and then I went within their browser and started realizing that there were a bunch of inconsistencies across benchmarks from different units between the Pro and even the Pro XL. So I don't know, food for thoughts. Let me know down below because I'm kind of confused.
So it's actually the third time I rerun these benchmarking numbers because they're very inconsistent compared to what people have been getting on Geekbench. Now, of course, I went through the extent of resetting the phone, letting it cool down, deactivate Bluetooth. I did all sorts of things, closing all the apps and stuff, and I'm still getting like super low results compared to other results I've been seeing online. Now, I'm not sure what to make of it because the phone still fairly feels fast, not as fast as the Z Fold or the S25 Ultra, definitely not as fast, but it's still pretty fast. So I'm not quite sure if mine is thermal throttling or something. Anyways, as the week goes, I'll keep you guys posted. For now, I gotta post some stuff on Instagram and YouTube because my video is going live in literally 10 minutes. Just wanted to show you guys in real time maybe how effortless it is doing some of the stuff I need to do on the regular basis. Like I don't know, going through my file manager and my server to download content. Like for example, right now I'm just gonna download some content because I do need to post in a bit. I did this Windows Update short video that I'm going to be posting, so I can copy this, go all the way to my phone here, home, downloads, and it's almost 1 gig, 783 megabytes. Transfers really fast, and as you guys can see, like traversing the entire file system is really quick. Copies things really quick, like the Pixel and Tensor, it can do that no problem, you know. I'm still going through my file manager here, downloading some stories. Like I need to download all these stories. See, super quick, guys. Let me just download all of these because my video is literally going live in about 6 minutes, and I don't know, I kind of just wanted to show you all this quickly. Bam, downloads, paste, and it transfers super quick. And then, you know, let's say I rename that. Okay, that's cool. I can go on Instagram. Let's say I can prepare my post here. Sorry, my story. Where's my story swipe up? Bam, sorry. Oh, yeah. Sorry, it's loading. Oh, going through a bug right now. Great. When that happens, I restart, and then try to post again. Instagram has been very buggy recently on Android. I've been seeing a lot of people complaining actually. So yeah, I don't know. And then I can go on Google Keeps and you know, just get my link here. Oh, copy, bam, bam. Oh, you saw how it got a bit slow there. That doesn't happen on my Z Fold. But, you know, it's still working pretty well. And then I can just post this whenever it's ready, you know? So, yeah, I guess that's what you can expect from a phone like this in a way.
Android 16 on Pixel with a new Tensor, to me, feels just as fast as last year, really. I don't see or feel a difference in the way I use my phones, at least. Like posting a TikTok, for example, it feels fast and almost just as good as a flagship Samsung, for example. I don't feel any weird delays, or at least I haven't experienced some weird bugs I haven't experienced before. So my experience and really a real proper first impressions up until that point was just like last year's. I do love how with Pixel UI you can use Google Lens and access it super quickly to maybe copy and paste text from one app to another, but that's easily something you can already do with last year's model. Overall, Pixel just feels fast, whether I'm browsing the web, watching videos, replying to emails, or even connecting external devices like my Meta glasses. With Android 16 and Pixel UI, everything just flows. However, when I'm running heavier stuff or doing a lot of things at once, like Lightroom, Android Auto, AI tools, the CPU does warm up, but it doesn't seem to thermal throttle, at least not yet. Like Lightroom flows really well. Edits are incredibly smooth to make and exports are quick. With cloud-based services, everything obviously runs smoothly. Like with Genspark, for example, a tool that's basically an all-in-one AI workspace, their app runs smooth. And since I use my phones to run the business a lot, main reason I enjoy the Z Fold, I really get to experience what it's like trying to do it all myself. I used to be a software engineer, but now mainly a full-time content creator, so I'm often on the phone either planning, researching, writing, editing, and even managing finances, which takes like way too much time. With Genspark, well, I've got an AI team working for me. Like the other day, for example, I came up with this idea to build a content manager app. Since I create a ton of content on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, I needed a place where I could organize all my videos, posts, and stories, attach the right hashtags and captions, and actually schedule them with dates so I know what's coming out next. I dropped that idea into Genspark and boom, it built the app for me in minutes. If I needed to make adjustments, I just asked for it and it would update databases and schemas accordingly, or even UI-wise, if I wanted to make this whole thing look like Pinterest, it would do updates to the UI accordingly. So without writing a single line of code, I had an agent that creates its own to-do lists for coding, and it allows me to take a step back and boost my productivity as a business owner. And the best part is that I can also do all of this from my phone, including publishing it and have it running online. Plus with the Pixel, multitasking between apps, exporting files, and sharing them just feels effortless. The whole point here is to stop wasting hours grinding through busy work when I can just focus on the stuff that actually matters. And this isn't just for creators or tech nerds, it's for anyone trying to do more with less time. Especially business owners who just feel buried under slides, reports, and spreadsheets. Think of it as cloning yourself to get ahead. Plus, Genspark even lets you download from the web, run deep research, and analyze media. I'll leave a sign-up link down below, so make sure you check it out.
So check this out. I've got a whole UI that works. You can sort stuff. You can go to the calendar, the analytics. You can create a whole new post. It's really, really cool, and it's mobile friendly, so that's awesome. Look, I'm gonna come out and say this. Battery life really not impressing me at all. At all. It's 10:25, and my phone's at 56%. I mean, I did wake up with an 85% battery life because I forgot to charge it last night. I'm going to charge it completely now and then see how the day goes. But up to now, I feel like it just drains really quick. It's weird. I don't know if something's wrong with my phone. I don't know.
At 10:26 a.m., I was at 56%. And it's not like I was doing anything out of the ordinary, except maybe running benchmarks a few times. I think I had 26 minutes of screen time with that. The rest was the usual.
Maybe my Whoop is just eating battery life, but I doubt it. You know what, let's see how the week goes.
I did plug in the phone because I didn't want to have to charge it midday. I wanted to run a proper battery life test and give you guys some real feedback. Meanwhile, this charged, I was having fun with other tech. I got this exoskeleton thing online. It's kind of crazy, but I've been dying to try it.
I don't know why you'd want to know this, but from 59 to 100% with the fast charging, it takes about 50 minutes. Now, I've got a lot of stuff to do today, so let's see how long this lasts me.
So here's my first real battery life test. I did a lot throughout the rest of my Sunday, okay? And as my day went by, I really got to use all kinds of apps, really. I browse the news if I'm in the bathroom. I usually clean my shower and put a nice podcast in the background. And this is one of the first times where I really appreciated Pixel Snap. Anyways, as my day just goes by, I'm doing all sorts of things and having to bring my phone with me. Throughout all of this, my Whoop is probably also just constantly talking to my phone. There was a huge period throughout the day though where I did chill with friends, so I didn't touch my phone for hours, really.
My friends just left, and I think in 2 hours that I haven't been really touching my phone, it's drained about 10%. I'm at 67%. So 10% in 2 hours without doing anything, really. I haven't even gotten a text or anything. So I feel like I'm being, excuse my language, but I'm being super anal with battery life because I haven't been too impressed with it. So yeah, I'm just keeping track of it really carefully. Anyways, it's literally almost thunderstorm outside. I'm quite happy that, well, I didn't have a soccer game because I hate playing in the rain. Just gonna do a bit of work, tiny little bit of work. I am making my G14 review soon, my long-term G14 review, by the way. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know in the comments down below. But this is my main laptop. It's been my main laptop for almost 7 months, I want to say, or actually maybe 8 months. I love it. It's not perfect. There's some weird quirks with it, but I really like it.
I remember that evening I decided to connect my phone to my G14 via KDE, and KDE is this app that literally allows you to have a universal clipboard between all your devices, and it works like magic. So whenever I'm working with my laptop, I usually like to be connected in some sort of way to my phone. I also don't know why you'd care, but I had to use the flashlight that night because I wanted to go see our finalized stairs for the first time.
I think he said that he's gonna paint.
Oh yeah? C'est ça qu'il a dit?
Yeah.
Wow, this looks good. J'aime les petits boutons et tout.
Yeah.
Anyway, you probably don't care about this, but the flashlight is okay. I did feel like my girl's iPhone 15 flashlight was a bit stronger, but anyways, it's really not that deep. When I got home, I did cast a podcast from my phone onto the TV. I needed to fold some clothes, so I didn't want to be bored. And then I spent some time on ChatGPT. I also spent some time browsing the net for a new sync, using Circle to search, which is amazing by the way, and a few other apps before going to bed.
Up to a battery life of about 22%, which to be honest, it's not the best. I think today I'm just gonna focus on battery life. I'm kind of disappointed. I mean, I don't know why it depletes so much at night. We'll take a look at it today. At least right now I'm at 20% with battery saver on. I'm gonna test 20% to 0%, and then we're gonna time how much it takes to charge from 0 to 50. So we'll do that today and maybe talk a bit about the design and so on, which hasn't changed too much. Phone feels really comfortable though. I really like it. We'll start with that today. Battery life is definitely a priority to show you guys how it is, because I am not too happy with it. Sometimes I hate doing laundry.
So on Monday, I think it was the end of my first battery life test, I came to the realization that day that battery wasn't the worst, but it really wasn't the best either, although TBD.
Oh, I feel so bad for this bag. By the way, if you guys haven't watched this video, make sure you watch it. I just came here because I wanted to show you something.
I'm actually working with Grimes28 on something really special coming later this year, so stay tuned for that because I really love their bags. This is like part of their latest adventure collection. I've been using the 302 Adventure Sling for a few weeks now, and I can fit like a lot of stuff in here. It's clean, minimal, and easy to wear. I got my bottle, glasses, sometimes I throw my lunch in here, keys, receipts, earbuds, gym stuff. I really stuff it. And it's not really meant to have a full-blown sized laptop in here, but I hate carrying things, so sometimes I just put it in here. For my honeymoon, I am taking their 303 Adventure Duffel. I love the fact that these are made of X-Pack X11 performance fabric. It's durable, waterproof, and resists to abrasion and tearing. They all have accents made of Italian pebbled bovine leather, including their backpack, the 301 Adventure Pack that keeps your tech and gear protected in all conditions. They sell them in 3 colors. You don't necessarily need to get the tan one, but like I said, Grimes28 and I are going to be working on something really special soon, so stay tuned, and I'll leave a link to their website down below so you guys can keep up. Now, between using some apps, answering texts, taking a bunch of calls, checking stories, and doing some file transfer, at around 12:15 p.m. the phone was at 1%, so I decided to connect it, let it fast charge, and well, it took a good 30 minutes for my phone to go from 1% to 50%. Now, I don't know how much that 50% charge would have lasted because I charged it a bit more and left the office right away since I needed to book my U-Haul appointment for Tuesday and go to the vet. Look, I've been manipulating this phone for enough days that I can for sure say and confidently say this is one hell of a design. Without or with a case, this is the most comfortable Android phone I've held. Of course, the design is the exact same as last year's, from the camera bump wrapped around this nice aluminum encasing to the polished metal frame. Everything is almost the same, including the buttons, but I did realize the speakers have dual cutouts and the SIM card now chills on top. I think that's the only difference I've been able to spot up to now. And biometrics wise, Face ID is incredibly fast, and Touch ID is lightning fast as well. I think this might have like one of the best biometric systems out there.
It's funny, you know, because with the case, this one really looks like an iPhone, obviously, especially when it's like shut down like that. It really looks like an iPhone. I'm not going to be using the case anymore because now that I took that off, it's not as hot. I don't know if the case is making it hot. I don't know, it's super weird. Like, I don't know if the phone's like breathing properly in here. I don't know, maybe I'm going crazy, man. Anyways,
I thought the case was making the phone run hotter, but it doesn't seem like that's the reason. I think this year, just as a whole, Tensor seems to be running hotter, at least from my experience, if I compare this to previous gen. And it seems like more often than not, this happens when I'm connected to Android Auto and taking calls. And then at some point, like midway through some of my calls, I realized I would get a magic cue prompt, but it didn't seem to work properly at all. I wasn't too sure how it worked. I even tried to run a test with my girl and like nothing would pop. I was actually wondering if maybe there's an AI model that first has to learn your phone use pattern before it can work properly, but it doesn't seem like it.
Finally, so this is really cool. Magic Q's got something right. So my girl texted me, you know, don't forget to set a reminder, remind yourself of texting Rove Concepts, because we work a lot with Rove Concepts for furniture stuff and videos. So now it did bring me all the way here to add a reminder because I clicked on it on that cue, and it's cool, it works.
And then I realized that the cue I was getting was not even right. Like, the whole point of my girl's message was to remind myself to email Rove. Meanwhile, the cue thought I had to remind myself to email my girl. Yeah, not sure how ready the feature is, but that was my experience with Magic Cues. And here was my experience with my phone's network signal performance.
That I have a tiny bit of LTE here. I've never ever experienced that with any freaking phone. That is absolutely crazy. I'm not sure how Pixel is doing that, but it's really impressive, the fact that I have LTE here. Like, for the most part, I never have network signal like downstairs, and the fact that my podcast loads is kind of wild. Yeah, I've never experienced that with any phone. Any phone I've ever reviewed, it's always just, it dies downstairs.
I never got it, why'd you have to go? I guess this world's too slow for you. I think there's beauty in the gray, the cold, but you just want the gold. And there's no way I can beat it, cause I got no chance when it comes to her. She got the glitter and the fame, and I just wasn't enough for you.
So, yesterday I experienced for the first time some like deep thermal throttling. I actually have it on video. I mean, the phone was just like so freaking hot, and it was like super slow. It was stuttering here and there. It was half loading things. Like, really, it wasn't doing well at all. Not at all. And then all of a sudden, the phone decided to quickly cool down. And then it went back to normal. Now, it's not the first time I experienced this, and what I mean is that it's not the first time I experienced the phone heating so much, but it's the first time I experienced some real thermal throttling. Now, onto the good stuff. If you are new to Android, well, RCS, you are going to love it. RCS is the best thing. You'll never miss iMessage I promise. And also, judging by how loud I was blasting the phone in the truck yesterday, this definitely has new speakers because they're really punchy and they're super loud.
Right now.
At the same time as Elon Musk sending rockets to Mars and shit, yeah.
Right. I mean, that's the weirdest.
Anyways, that's that for now. They're installing new floors at the house, so I gotta go take a look at that later, but I have so many things to do before. Anyways, I'll bring you guys with me. And I've been running into some overheating issues. So overheating is definitely a thing. High res shutter speed is definitely slow. Like, I've been secretly using the new Pixel for... Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good.
The house, it's coming along. I got the final video coming soon. It's going to be like a before and after type of thing, and then we will film separate episodes. Now, the display, I do want to talk about it because this phone gets incredibly bright and it becomes extremely helpful outdoors. This thing outputs around 3,300 nits and it is really, really noticeable. It's got always on display, which I enabled today. The settings allow you to fairly customize it. It's also protected with Gorilla Glass Victus 2 and up to now I've got 0 micro scratches. I also don't take care of it, so that should say something. But I really want the phones to start implementing the anti-reflective coating the S25 Ultra has, which this doesn't have. However, because the phone gets so bright, I do find that when it's maxed out, it sort of diminishes reflections.
One thing I do want to say, guys, is that the colors that this screen outputs are fantastic. I mean, from the greens, the blues, the yellows, red. Incredible. Very, very accurate. I really, really like it. And of course, this is a 120 hertz screen, LTPO, adaptive refresh rate from 1 to 120. Very, very smooth, very nice. So I really, really like this screen. And you know, I was also in the house, but there was a lot of dust going everywhere because they were sanding the floors. So it's very, very dusty in there. Like, my camera actually has quite a bit of dust in it. And the phone doesn't seem to have much dust or any dust at all, actually, especially the screen. It's all perfect. It's all nice. I really, really like that.
While this is not my first rodeo with Pixel, I must say I do miss the simplicity of this UI. I do hate how Android 16 sets things up out of the box now. Like, I could not find the app grid for days until I found a workaround. Apparently, I needed to check and see if the default home app had the Pixel launcher selected, because without it, I couldn't change my icons to match my theme nor customize the grid. It just would not pop without me doing any of this. Otherwise, okay, for the most part, Pixel UI is great. It usually delivers settings that make the everyday use better, whether it's tweaking your touch sensitivity, tweaking your interactive haptics, notifications cooldown to let subsequent notifications be quieter. The new quick settings also just feels fantastic. It's a really nice UI and it gets most things done really well. Camera wise, in terms of settings, I personally always enable framing hints, the grid, and quick access controls. The camera settings has quite a lot in it, and now it's got camera coach. I mean, it's really cool, but it's not like out of this world. If you know how to shoot, you'll know what I mean, but if you don't know, it can help out with better compositions. There are also some advanced features that are really interesting in here. There's even an underwater photography and video setting that allows you to restore color underwater. But really, outside of this whole menu, within the camera app, it's where I do the rest of my tweaking, like shooting 50 megapixels, RAW when I want to, enable macro focus if needed, and even tweaking some shooting settings if I want to. And these are all things that, well, I decided to mainly test on Thursday.
Worked like a month. And he's like, Max, you're not going to work today? And I was like, nah, I just wanted to like take a day off. He's like, day off?
I've been at the office since 5 a.m. I believe. I woke up at 3:30 a.m. and I couldn't sleep anymore, so I decided to just come here and get some work done. So that's what I've been doing for the past 5-6 hours. Yeah, look, the phone should be charged enough, but I want to get some camera stuff done for you guys today, so let's do that.
So I've taken all sorts of pictures, whether it's for social media, to show off the phone, to make things look insane, to send to my girl just randomly, or even as memories. I've taken a lot of pictures this past week. The one thing I will say with certainty is that for the most part, okay, the colors on this phone are fantastic. The thing that really impresses me is this substantial camera and AI advancements this brings. Like, it's crazy. The 5x telephoto is absolutely amazing, but the 100x computational zoom is really something else. And I ran the same demo test they showed us during their presentation, and I was honestly baffled. It's very well done. It really works. Pixel now has 50 megapixel sensors, 48 megapixels for ultra wide and telephoto to be precise. I mainly took high-res pictures the entire week. They are amazing. The only thing is that at the moment, the shutter speed really lags. Sometimes it's actually so bad that it takes a while before it lets me take another picture. I think things are processing in the background and it's not done, so it just lags. I never found the phone though to warm up during my photo sessions, so that's really good. For the most part, I treated this phone how it should be treated though. And what I mean about that is that, well, it's a phone at the end of the day. It's a phone that you will use for memories and sometimes go out there to try and capture the best pictures you can, but not always. To the extent that, well, you might want to capture them in RAW and edit them in Lightroom, and you will find that they turn out spectacular, especially if you know how to edit pixels. I also did a little social media test for you guys. I took the same picture on Snapchat, on Instagram, and on X. I also took that same picture within the main app, and look, some apps introduce noise a lot quicker than others. Some manage highlights different, they desaturate the pictures, others just don't have the same capabilities. Using the main app will always be much better in my opinion. It keeps just all the details, so I would say just stick to that. Overall, Pixel really excels with colors. Like I've mentioned, the quality of the pictures are very similar to those of the 16 Pro Max, but sometimes I find the Pixel's colors to just be better. Not always, of course, but most often than not, it really just beats the iPhone. I feel like it manages weird lighting well, whether you are in an enclosed location or not. I just think overall it just does a better job for the most part. When it comes to video, I really do like the iPhone, but the way Pixel just translates contrast and colors is above and beyond. Although sometimes it likes to desaturate things, but it's rare. I always like supporting iPhone in the video aspect, more specifically against the S25 Ultra, but Pixel 90% of the time they just kill it. I find that aside from the colors, the exposure and highlights are also handled a lot better than iPhone, although I do find the Pixel can introduce noise really quickly in dark areas, and then sometimes it just doesn't seem to know how to handle lighting. It almost looks like the lenses are smudged. Of course, it's not always, but it does happen. It can happen. Outside though, for the most part, the footage looks really good and sounds really good as well.
Hey, je veux juste parler de nouveau Google Pixel 7 téléphone. Regardez la qualité. Et en plus de ça, il y a en ce moment qui est en train de bouger tout ça.
I also took a clip at night of a spider to see how good the focus is, and honestly, I was really pushing with different focal lengths, and it's very solid in my opinion. Focus is really good. I also love how when you try to lock the focus, the camera prompts you with white balance and an exposure and contrast slider. It's really cool. It gives you almost full control over your picture, and I think a lot of people will appreciate this. Overall, okay, I just want to remind you guys that my tests and my opinions are based on real life scenarios. The goal here is to show you the memories I've captured and some cool photos here and there. This is not meant to be a photographer's review. This is just me taking my phone out and for the most part, taking the picture or recording the video. That's it. Because the reality of things is that that's what most people do with their phones. By the way, I couldn't show you the AI enhanced feature because it's only available in US and I'm in Canada, sadly. So yeah, my bad.
Got a new fold because I'm running out of storage. Anyways, I'll explain that later, but this is my main phone. Listen, I do want to talk about something very important that I mentioned, that battery life throughout the days has gotten much better, and the performance numbers that I've reran on Geekbench are also now more consistent. Very important. I'm gonna put some timestamps, but at least you guys get the full picture of my experience in case you guys go through the same experience. Maybe give it some time, maybe the phone has to learn a bit more about you, which wasn't the case, or my experience with the Pixel 9 Pro XL I had last year, which I rocked for multiple months because I absolutely love it. Now, it's not that I don't love this phone. I think it's just as great. It has better cameras. It's just, you know, a better processor and stuff, which I don't feel the difference really. The matter of the fact, guys, is that the Fold Z has been such an amazing phone and so new with so many good enhancements that I think for North America, this is the best phone this year. That's just my opinion. We're gonna wait for the iPhone to come out and maybe the Pixel Fold to really show its strength. We'll take a look at that. I'll do a video comparison, don't worry. But I do want to reiterate that battery life is so much better, okay? Don't worry, it should be good for you. I had one day, I think it was on Tuesday, where I had 5 hours and 32 minutes of screen time. I was using Spotify, Waze, Chrome, Instagram, Superhuman, the phone, Android Auto, messages, and it lasted from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. okay, and I was really using the phone a lot. I think I broke this down into little time gaps, and you can see my screen time as the day sort of goes. And even yesterday I had a really good battery life day with it. I'm happy with it. The only thing that worries me is that I don't know if within updates it'll break again battery life like it happened with me with the S25 Ultra. That's one thing that just annoys me. But honestly, I just hope that this video sort of helps you take a decision whether or not the Pixel is for you. My goal is to be relatable with you guys and just show you how I would use it in my everyday life, including the cameras and things like that, and just going out there and enjoying the phone, okay? I do think that with the XL, you're gonna get a bit more battery life. I think it'll be a bit more worth it. It'll charge faster, so I think you guys will enjoy that. If you like smaller phones like I do, Pro is fine, but you're not gonna get that extra little juice that I guess you guys deserve. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the Z Fold. I actually ordered it in black because I wanted to try black now, but yeah, I bought that in black. I love you guys. Enjoy your Sunday.